want to be alone, I want to be alone. These words were spoken by Greta many times when she encountered the journalist who tried to have some peek of her private life, which was very heavily guarded. We will answer in this video what yoga in her chart, what planetary combination has caused this extreme privacy, and also the other things. This is the gem chart, because we have this intersection of her success and also very early retirement, because at 36 she ended everything, finished the whole career, the whole Artha Mercury, Raja's gone. She is going to this Kshetra Sannyasa, which is like renunciation. At home, she only collected this big arts, big paintings worth millions. So that was her life. So let's see how this karma is painted by the planets in her chart. We omit rectification? Of course not. This is the analytical Vedic astrology. We need to have the rectified Navamsha. She passed in Saturn. Saturn 8 has connection with Aries Lagna to 8 and 12. Venus exalted as 7th Lord in the house of rejection, renunciation, loss, 12th house. So she was not married. And the 10th house of career is aspected by Mercury of acting from a Leo of cinematography. We need the light. So this Mercury in Leo is often depicting that. The Navamsha and Aries is quite nicely showing the whole calibration is successful. So we know that she attained a big success. She was actress in the silent movies first, and then she went to this crossed that line of speaking, that Maunam Vratam, the cinema went out of the Maunam Vratam, the vow of silence, and then she also got success there. She was acting in Anna Karenina, by the way, I'm reading that book now, Kamile and Ninochka. And even in 1954, she got the award, and she didn't claim that because she just preferred to stay at home. Why to travel? Why to bother? I'm just have nice, comfortable life at home. We can see total isolation, but also big success, both present in one life. And this transition time is 36, by the way. This is the Saturn time. So I think this is a very interesting chart generally to research or to study. So even without giving any yogas here, I think that being exposed to this chart for many people can be an interesting thing to understand how it was possible that such karma with such extreme story, career life story is there, how this is shown in the chart, what yogas must be there for such very early ending of the career life. And what do we think about such early retirement? Generally, this current system is peddling this notion that we need to work. For this company, it's best that we are working until the end of our life. And but also, if we treat the work as giving us the meaning, we see that many people, if they don't need to work because they are already retired or they are coming from more privileged families, when they already gathered the generational wealth, they don't need to work. Somehow they put themselves and throw themselves into some projects because everyone loves the feeling of being better than yesterday. So that trying to improve our projects, whatever we are doing, and that feeling of improvement, that we are going somewhere, that direction, that feeling is really irreplaceable. The wealth is Jupiter, that's fine, but that Mercury, that Rajas, that growth, that Upachaya feeling that we are better and better. This is, the wealth cannot give that. This feeling that we are master of something, and even better when that is also recognized by others. This is something everyone strives for. And therefore, many people from these privileged families, they are also going into this Mercury type of life, which is working every day, many hours to just achieve some kind of mastery. They are not working for others. They are not the slaves of this wage system, so it's more like a business or some kind of freelance or project, but nevertheless this dedication, this work is still part of the psychological well-being, we could say. Therefore, we cannot ignore this essential psychological function of the work. Like it said, the empty mind is the workshop of the devil. Starting with that Kshetra Sannyasa yoga, why she was so recluse. I was recently instructed by my Guruji. It has to do with this Lagna Lord. The Venus here is in the Cancer and the Moon is the dispositor of the Lagna Lord. It is called Pakesha or Anitya. So this is very important for spiritual people, if it's in Dushtana, and also showing the recluse. And in this case, we see that Lagna Lord Venus is in Cancer, Moon is in the 12th house. And it's not only that, it is also at Makaraka, and this is also afflicted by Saturn. So there was some reports of depression for her. I mean, her life is so guarded that it's hard to take anything. Even if her biography on Wikipedia is so big, it's very hard to get anything solid. But there were some reports of that. So we can see that this Moon in 12 aspected by that Saturn, and also those malefics on this axis 4 and 10 also are indicating that. Some people would say, oh, it's the Moon in the 12 or it's not Makaraka in the 12. This all adds to the whole story. But the central point is here, this Pakesha, the dispositor of the Ascendant Lord. That will be repeating in charts with this reclusive situation. We know that she finished at 36. Saturn is related to 11th Lord Ketu. 11th Lord often shows end of career life. Saturn is 36. And what about her trauma, possible trauma? Because also nothing is there, but just as a guess, as potential indicator for such a move, did she had some trauma? Did she had some bad relationship with colleagues? For that, we need to check the 5th house. And here we see that the Rahu and Mercury, the lords of the 5th house, are in the Maranakaraka Sthana. This is not good. And if we try to approach, if we zoom out, go to the basic, let's do it methodical, and we invite the trio of Bhava, Bhavesha, Karaka. We need to start with the Bhava, which is showing the attitude, Saturn and Ketus in 10th house. This beautiful yoga is not very welcome, and this is already showing some issues are there. And the lord of that, Rahu, is with the Maranakaraka Sthana, Mercury, right? This Maranakaraka Sthana is the special position of planets when the planet is feeling like dying. Whatever planet is joining that, it is taking that death energy. So it is pulling that Rahu down. And what about the Karaka Mercury? Also, that's the same Maranakaraka Sthana. So 10th Lord with Mercury in Maranakaraka Sthana. And this is related to the 5th house, like for all Taurus. So Taurus will have that connection of 10 and 5th through the Rahu. And therefore we can say, oh, let's check in the Dasamsa what this could be. Now again, even many years back, I was told by Guruji, Lagna Lord in 8 in the Dasamsa is showing one is looking for retirement and he or she wants to end early. Sometimes it is through amassing a lot of wealth. These people can amass a lot of wealth and then finish the job and do something else. Does it mean the work is not necessary? I wouldn't say in Greta's case that it was so that she was just trying to go away from career life. I think she enjoyed that, but there must something happened. And we can see 5th Lord Rahu is again in the 6th house. This is not the best. There are few indicators here that are making those more intense, but 9th Lord, the authorities, the Saturn Mars in the 11, the Yama Yoga is there also. So the 5th and the 9th, the juniors and the authority or boss, there are bad yogas there, definitely. We could see dashas and trace which part was acting in which years. How we know this is this yoga which is related to that ending prematurely? Because in the 2 dashas, in the Adana Vimshotri and in the normal standard Moon Vimshotri, it was either Jupiter Venus, and in other dasha it was Venus. So Jupiter and the Venus, we see this Parivartana yoga. So the 8th house was just activated at the time of that big decision, that big turning away. sidetrack to something else. And ninth house, Moon Mercury, often I have seen that analyzing the celebrities, actors, and also from my Polish clients of actors, they are also having this ninth house Mercury, and especially if they are working in such projects. Mainly for actors, this is like from this month to this month very heavily, and then there could be some breaks or depending on where you are in that system, but it's nevertheless project thing. So often the ninth house will get accentuated in the Dasamsa because ninth house will show such contract jobs. Now about the success, do we have any Kendra, Kona, Raja Yoga? These are very good indicators for a level of influence, and we have the Saturn 10th Lord aspecting Rahu, or it's the other way, right? 9th Lord Saturn aspecting Rahu 10th Lord and aspecting Mars 7th Lord. It must be mutual, common, mutual, looking at each other and dancing together to bring this Kendra, which is the foundation and direction, with the Lakshmi, with the hand of God. Fortune from the past lives is coming through this houses of karma. Punya from the past life must come through this Lakshmi houses of 5th and 9th, and through that dance. Of course, there must be no veto from other levels. All other gods, the gods of Aruda, of the Charakaraka, of the other points of the Raja Yoga must also vote. Yes, there must be green light, doors open, and then this ray of possibility, if it's coming through all these borders, checkpoints of possibility, then it will manifest in our world of sensual recognition and what we call the facts. Okay, so we got the Reclusive Yogas, we got the early retirement, career life, methodology, the steps to these basic steps, all of them were quite negative. But also in that negativity, we have found the Raja Yoga. We got this Recluse Yoga, but also we have seen how this strong malefics in the Kendra are showing that guarded privacy, guarded life. This is very much often there. And we also from the Dasamsa got the point which will refer the contract job. So I think that's all for today. I hope you find this interesting and informative. If you do, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It really helps the channel. We have a Discord link in the description for nice discussions. We have the more than 60-hour course. If you like to progress from beginner to intermediate, this course is for you. And if you like to consult me 60 or 90 minutes on Zoom, health, relationship, career life, or whatever questions you like, hit me up with this email and we will schedule a consultation for you. And if you like to see how to analyze the fame, then please consider watching this video here.